Welcome to another session of Endless Space 2. I'm Matt and I'm continuing my playthrough with the Unfallen, the pacifist philosopher tree faction. And we've just discovered this minor faction. We've been praising them so as to get bonus dust and science income. And we are starting to vine our way towards our first system, which we can then colonize. Now, again, the distinctive thing about the Unfallen is that they use these vines to colonize. And also you can put vines over other systems to build influence pressure on your neighbors. Which is kind of why I want to keep scouting with this unit. I want to make sure I find out the nearest faction. Or I find out where the nearest faction is. Okay, this is good. We discovered another minor civilization. And what we can do here is that we can influence, convert... Well, we can't convert them, but we can use praising actions to make them enjoy our presence more. And then we'll start getting relationship rewards from them. Just like we're getting relationship rewards from this faction. And that's just generally quite nice because it means we have the option to convert them later. It's quite hard to do that with the Unfallen because we need to spread our vines like all the way here for that to happen. But in the meantime, we'll get some extra resources. And it's a way to make use of our extra influence production. We have a lot of influence production. We're not really using it for anything, so we might as well turn it into other resources via impressing them. Now, the more important thing that was going on was that I was picking up these extra ships. I plan to use dust to retrofit these vine ships and quickly build up a stack of 4 vine ships to implant beacons way faster and build up the vines to other systems. I kind of want to go through to this system, because then I can pick up this system. But I think I want multiple vine ships active at once. Yeah, I definitely do. Or like multiple fleets of 4, I mean. So once I have a fleet of 4, I can make another fleet of 4. And then each fleet of 4 will quickly get us a new colony within 5 turns. That means we'll be stunting our main system growth though. Let me just double check that I have 6 movement speed on all of these. Okay. Well, I will have 6 movement speed on these Dust Drake ships once I actually modify them. I'm currently still running these laws to improve our science. It's possible something better will come up soon. To make sure that we get better laws, we have to watch out for the... wait, what have I just done? Green fertility build, trusted. Why did I deactivate that? Maybe because I was already ecstatic? No, I wasn't. Anyway, before I got sidetracked, I mentioned that in 5 turns we're going to get an election, and that will let us choose new laws. As you can see, we're doing pretty well on score, which is unusual for endless difficulty, except for player lime green at the bottom, which is probably a Cravers player, because Cravers cheat even more on resources than normal endless AIs do. So now that we have these relevant early game technologies, we can think about picking other stuff up. We can already declare peace. We don't really need diplomatic technologies really quickly, like the alliance technology. We can just force peace and then offer alliance later when they'll be more amenable to that. What is the... something about the Unfallen... Oh yeah, we gain... If we get this cooperation protocol, we gain bonus dust and science per friendly major faction, which is pretty huge. This is a big reason to be a diplomatic faction if we can help it. I actually forgot about this bonus. This is pretty significant. Now I've gone to this direction just to pick up the system development for Jdonics. Now I have to think about which science I want to pick up next. It's possible I want to go impactless sites, but we currently don't have the dust production to support that. Not actually sure what's best. A chronic sap is decent because of the happiness bonus on each system. I guess snow is something I want to pick up in general, but I probably want to just look at all of these systems and see what I want to pick up for colonization purposes. So toxic, gas, it's fine. Here we have tundra, barren, large ice. Let's look at our main system. We have an Arctic with a strong magnetic field. Not something we desperately want to have, but just picking up an extra planet will give us 10 bonus science and industry. It's not bad, although ideally we can do better. Let me look for a good science technology. So magnetic field generators, not so great, but graviton shielded laboratories are pretty good. That being said, we don't have enough Hyperium to get it. Hyperium is in this place. I guess we want to pick up galactic commodities so we can pick up the resources we need for the upgrades we need. And then we have to think about which upgrades we want here so we can get better science upgrades and better colonization technologies. I think this is this baronic shielding will always be good because free movement is always important. We don't have to prioritize military upgrades to any degree, I think. And, well, we can get this food upgrade, but it's... I'm actually not sure what to do with the sciences here. It's taking me a long time to decide. The food upgrade is pretty decent. So is the baryonic shielding. So is the galactic commodities exchange. The thing about this food upgrade is it gives us 10 food per luxury deposit and a 10% increase on food. So a 10% increase is pretty decent, but I think we'd rather pick up this, which is going to give us 50 flat food, which is going to be way better. So the food upgrade is not a priority. Okay, and I've sort of reasoned my way through that, so I hope you can bear with me at home. So I guess I want baryonic shielding. And being able to scan better is not bad. Being able to warp drive is important. And Savannah is at least relevant. I wonder if there's a Savannah planet around here. Actually, in this section, no, these are steppes. And I think we colonized them already, yeah. Well, I think I want to move up this tree for the science upgrade in graviton shielded laboratories and optics research lab. So I might as well pick up the one that's most generically used for this, since it doesn't look like we need any particular tech to colonize planets. Like snow or arid, they don't seem to be like a huge priority in our next couple of colonizations. Barons are pretty significant, but they're over here, so... I would go for impactless, but I think picking up a bunch of vine ships early, at least at this stage of the game, is quite important for us. The vine ships will really help us expand our civilization. Now we're sending this questioner up here. Will take it a while to get there, but yeah. That just happens sometimes. You explore and then you reach a pseudo dead end, and then you're like, yeah, time to go back. So here again, another level. Let's get the food bonuses on the system. Might have been best to get the food bonuses first. Yeah, it's possible I didn't optimize that choice for the hero. Alright. We have one new vine ship. We could send it up here and try and reduce the cost of this, so we could send it over here directly and try and get the system up and running much sooner. I think both choices are defensible. I think I want to try and maybe go for the Hyperium deposit. And also this is relatively close, so I don't mind it. Now, the question is, how much does it cost the dust trick is the one thing I want to think about. So only 200 dust. So as long as we're saving industry by doing it, we should do that. So getting a vine ship will take us in the extra turn, as you can see. This is going for the dust tricks. We'll shave off one turn at least. Although in total, going for the vine ships will only cost us one turn for 2 vine ships. Let's see about 3 vine ships. That will cost us. It will still only cost us one. No, it'll cost us 2 turns. So it seems best to just get a bunch more of these dust tricks. I feel like I can probably afford to, or probably should, invest a bunch of turns into these ships. Right, let me just make another 4 to make sure we're shaving off turns. Yeah, so we're saving 2 turns there at the cost of some dust. And I think I want to make up to up to 2 fleets of 4, I think. I mean, obviously the downside of this kind of play is that we're not developing our main system, but it's kind of like building colony ships in a way, because these will pay off in the future, like substantially, but obviously we have to get there. Like 200 dust per ship is obviously significant. The question is, how many do we really want? Once we start running out of dust, we can always cancel these. Or if we start running out. But every 2-ish turn, no, every 2.5 turns, we'll get enough dust to fund one of these. So it's really not the end of the world if we spend all the dust on these now. And it means we'll get the whole stack out a couple of turns earlier. So it's probably worth the dust at this stage in the game. Although it means we won't be getting a hero soon. But I think we'll probably want to just unlock the first hero before we go into impactless sites. I mean, if we do go into impactless sites. With this next ship unlocking soon, in 4 turns we'll probably get this down to like 10 or so turns. Yeah. So this is what I mentioned where I said your start is quite slow. It's turn 15, we don't even have our post turn 17 actually. So they're friendly. And they're giving us a pretty substantial dust and science increase. That's pretty important for us at the moment, to be honest. We can use this dust to fund extra ships here. And really keep our fleet production going. Now, getting bonus happiness on each planet is fairly significant, so I like picking up this upgrade. This magnetic fuel generators is it's kind of mediocre. Like 1 bonus science on planets is really not that big a deal. Or 1 bonus science on populations on planets, I should say. So like, if we put what was I trying to say? If we get like 1 science per population, then for this system we're getting 10 science from the upgrade. And if we have anomalies, we're getting like twice as much on the per planet, but it's really not that impressive. I'd probably avoid this if at all possible, actually. Although extra science is never bad, right? But the graviton shielded laboratories will be more important for us at the moment. And since that requires some Hyperium, I want to pick up this planet here so we can get Hyperium. Well, we can pick up the Hyperium deposit later, I guess. Also, the bonus happiness is not bad. It means that we can keep things like the science law active without having it. The science law, which is basically giving us 30 extra science per turn, which is substantial, although something that we could cut if we wanted to. I just don't think we're going to get much better mileage out of our laws. Okay, we are building an additional 6 ships, which will put us at basically the strategy is here. Wait, no, we're building additional 5 ships in addition to our 3 ships which we already have. Here, my strategy is basically just build 2 stacks of 4 of these ships and make sure I can colonize new systems as fast as possible. Now, I have to make sure that I edit this design any second now. And give it A, the Vine beacon, and B, this basic warp drive, giving it 6 movement speed. We can think about getting this fleet accelerator and using extra Hyperium to make ships that can ferry these ships across star lanes, because they are quite slow on their own. As you can see, 200 dust. I'm just going to move it here. This one is closer to completion. This is really close to completion on its own. So I think we'll get more mileage out of this being here. And then we can quickly complete both of these. If we sent these ships over here, it would take us quite a lot of time. So ideally we could maybe use the H-field accelerator on a new ship, although we have to build that ship as well. It's probably okay if we don't. Although I'm no longer sure now. We can also like just leapfrog this way. Maybe just use these to get this 9 turn. Make sure we pick this up and then try and pick this up sooner so we can get to this location with the fork much sooner. By the way, vinding over these things means you get their bonus effect. So if you vind over this black hole, we would get 50 extra science per turn, which is pretty bad. Pretty nice. Pretty bad. It's pretty okay. Alright. The one problem we do have is that going to this direction, we're going to have to wait a while until we get our fleets here. That's just unfortunate, I guess. If that's going to be a problem, it's pretty good that we're getting Hyperium exploitation. Okay, looks like somebody else has found us. Bordiani. Alright, cool. I think unfortunately Bordiani can actually attack us during Cold War. I'm not actually sure how that law works. I'll look it up in the next election. Cool. So this gives us everything this gives us on anomaly planets. It also gives us a flat science bonus, which makes it a lot better. And this gives us bonus percentage science, which is also quite neat. Although, another 20... Wait, how much is 25% of this? Oh boy, I have to do maths now. 25% might actually be better than this one. Wait, that's 30 plus... How much population do we have? 22, 52... versus 52 is that's definitely more than this one. But together they're going to be obviously stronger than they would be alone. The reason I want to get these science upgrades is because I don't think the Unfallen are particularly good with science. And I don't want us to fall too far behind on that. Obviously we're making great use out of public-private partnerships. But at the same time, I could see our science slowing down a lot. And there's nothing else we really desperately want at this point. Of course, later on we'll pick up impactless sites to get heroes. Or we might not want to because we don't need them at the moment, but when we need it, we can build up our dust production. But in the meantime, I'm just going to make sure our colonization efforts go smoothly. Now, speaking of which, we can try and force peace.
So we will stop at hello.
Oh, they don't want peace. We could try and force peace. As long as that actually does something. Because they have a religious law that means they can attack you even if you're in Cold War. Or despite Cold War peace. I can't remember actually. What does this mean? We got a bonus to pacifism. Pacification. Those two things are quite different. So here this will quickly happen. We can send it over here to make sure this is the fastest it can be. Although, I guess I almost want to go in this direction immediately so we can go and start lining this up. Because we're almost about to collect Zanes here. Okay, so we got one Harisham on our system Artemis, which is our home system. And we've basically impressed these funny squid people. Who are pretty cool. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. Ooh, that's as mean to squid people. That means we're getting a substantial amount of science and dust as well from them. Yeah. As long as the Vodjani don't pump influence into these people, then we could lose them, which would be bad. Yeah, most of their resources. I guess I could just put more into it and see what happens. I don't actually know what happens if you reach 100%. Actually, I should have probably saved that. Nah, never mind. It doesn't actually matter. It's possible that was 10 wasted influence, but it's influence, nobody cares. Now, I want to show the religious laws. Righteous Fury. You can attack and invade an enemy territory while being in Cold War. So it basically means you can attack and invade without having to declare war. Which is kind of like this. Except kind of not really. It's similar, but different. Alright, so that means if we force peace on them, we're actually doing something relevant. And we're not just being ignored by this law. So which laws do I want? I probably want to stick with pacifists. Make love not war is very nice. Bonus resources on luxuries and bonus dust on luxuries is also not bad. And bonuses per empire and alliance, or substantial bonuses per empire and alliance who are at peace, is a very nice end law for this. So make love not war and fair trade build are both very important, I think, for this pacifist playstyle. So I want to pick those up. I mean, again, laws. not something I'm always sure about. But I like these two laws, and I think we can get a good bit of mileage out of them. We're probably gonna also get other laws from different things. So we got species stability, which is really racist and horrible, but but it actually does give us a lot of dust production. Yeah, but we do get make love not war, which is good if we could be at peace or an alliance with someone. Well, I've only met one empire, so this is currently not that good, but it will be good in the future. So I want to build that pacifist right now. And I think I might just declare a forced peace on the Vodjani. Okay, we're getting this in 1 turn. And here we're getting this in 6 turns. In the meantime, we can just build up more fleets. Or, I guess, fleets quotation mark. Now, once we pick up Graviton research, I wonder if it might be better for us to make an escort ship. Now, the question is, can we get an escort ship without picking up the sufficient shielding? I'm not sure about that. Let me check. So, sorry about that. So imagine we put. No, where is this? No, we can't actually equip this special module on this ship. Can we equip it on this ship? The answer is no. So we're going to need efficient shielding to get the right ship type to pick up these ships that can ferry our fleets across areas. And I think I'm going to prioritize that. Although I need more Hyperion, which I don't currently have. So that's a bit... maybe a lack of foresight on my part? I don't know. I guess once we can get Hyperion from this location, and then we can send this fleet over there, at which point... This has 2 possible Hyperion per turn. Do it. Maybe I should just prioritize picking up the Hyperion before the Graviton. We go like this, and then we go back to the science production. In the Graviton research and the wave function control. Yeah, I'm actually 100% sure which are the best sciences to pick up here. But yeah, I think science is something we should prioritize because our science is not especially strong, and like naturally when it plays therefore. Great. So as you can see, we bind up the system. So now we've made substantial progress for the first time. Now we can choose between Zanes, which is a Jedonics-rich planet, or we can go for the Steppes planet, which I think will immediately fulfill our quest of having 2 anomalies within our empire. Alright, and it also has Jedonics. Great. Now we can start with the system development, which will give us 60 bonus industry from Jedonics, and then just go for Xeno straight away. Actually, we can just pick this up first. This should be basically pretty insane. I think we should just get the quest immediately. If not, then it's just kind of weird. Now we can go to this system and start lining it up immediately. So this is the sort of thing, once we get to the point where we can produce these ships, we really start to snowball. Like our colonization efforts. But it takes us a while to get there. It's kind of interesting. It's really reasonably different for most other economic factions. So we're still getting pretty decent dust and science upgrades from those. Now the question is, do we want to start mining, keep mining this, or send it there? Not quite sure what the correct answer is. I think I want to just send it here faster. Just get this over and done with. I wonder how much it will actually improve it. I'll only reduce it by 1 turn. 1 turn is quite relevant. And we can send the ship here, presumably find the Vodjani. I think we're just gonna wait. I can actually force these.
We were unsure if you were trustworthy, but you have certainly answered that question.
Okay, they just the thing is, there's no real penalty to forcing peace. They'll be surprised for a bit, but I think in the long run, it's better to just force peace because a lot of factions will just be more open to alliances afterwards. They'll just be happier with you just because you're in peace. So I really like just forcing peace. And we had the extra influence lying around. That cost only gets higher the longer we wait, I think. So we definitely want to colonize this. The thing is, ideally we want to move our fleets there a bit faster. Picking up that, just improving our food even more. Our population on this system should be growing very substantially or very quickly. I just want to micromanage these so we don't have... Actually, we don't actually get disapproval from... It seems the overcolonization disapproval is, or for these planets, is being balanced out by our natural approval bonuses. Improval bonuses. Okay, this should be finished in 2 turns. At which point I do want to pick up this plasma metallurgy, which will give us titanium exploitation. So we have enough titanium to build these proposed ferry fleets, which will improve our fleet movement, make it easier for us to get our slow fleets to the locations we want to get them. Now again, we could... Now, Make Love and War is going to give us 10 happiness currently, so it's not quite as good as Toys for Boys. The question is, do we actually even need Toys for Boys? I don't think so. Now on this system, I wonder why we're not... Well, we are ecstatic. We get bonus per piece, so that's one reason why it's good to force peace. We just naturally get bonuses for being on peace, for playing as the Unfallen, which we are. This seems fine, actually. The happiness seems okay. It will keep growing because it's democracy as soon as we hit more population units on planets. Let's see which place is better. No, we still haven't colonized this. I think colonizing this is a good choice because it will give us a flat bonus to food and industry, etc. Although we can go for Xeno first. Yeah, Xeno first, then we pick up these things very quickly. The system should be up and running reasonably soon. This system should be less impressive because we have to start on ash planets. Okay, apparently possessing 2 anomalies is not dealt with this upgrade. But at the same time, this quest, we're going to complete it just as quickly as if we had completed the possess 3 systems. I think, no, actually, we're going to complete it a bit slower. So I was wrong about this. For some reason, this only counts as 1 anomaly. Strangely enough, so, or whatever. We'll very quickly pick up this system, so it doesn't matter too much. Sometimes these things can be like a bit obscure in this game, like what quest condition counts for what. So yeah, we're picking this up very quickly. Once we have that, we can send our fleet here. That will take a while though. So ideally we could find a way to accelerate that fleet. And to that end, let's look at the new ships we can design. Now, this well has the required slots to use that fleet accelerator. Here you can see it. We could use the normal engine, that'll move us to 6. Or we can just pick up this Hyperion. Yeah, so picking up this Hyperion... Well, for 4 Hyperion, we can get something that improves our fleet movement by 1. So, wait. Close. Let me just make sure I create a name for this. Just so I know what it does. I mean, I have to organize it like this. Like, if you're playing a single player match, I highly actually recommend just trying to come up with cool names for your ships. Just to make sure, like, you have fun, like, fulfilling sort of the fantasy of being fleet commander or whatever. But here I'm just going to give it a practical name, so I just remember it. I think we're getting this in 2 turns and 1 turn. Do you want the fleet accelerator available immediately? Maybe, actually. How long does it take them to get here? Okay, I can benefit from that next turn. I can afford to delay this other dust trick. Once we have multiple vine ship fleets online, then I think we can go back to doing more economical stuff on our main system. Obviously, getting the more vine fleets you have, the faster your colonization is going to be. So ideally, we'd even like 12 vine ship fleets or 12 vine ships. Alright, here we could colonize. No, we can't actually colonize this plan. If we really wanted the anomaly thing. Mineral Rich is not bad, but we're going to pick up this Tundra, pick up this extra Hyperion. And the advantage of this, okay, the main advantage we have is that Jadronix is absolutely busted. We have so much of it, we can just make sure that all of our new systems have a huge boost of industry at the start. And I'm going to pick up Drone Networks to improve that industry a bit. Looks like we have Ice Baron, so we might want to go back to pick up Baron at some point. Although the question is, will this really be done? Yeah, we can also go for this ice planet. The ice takes... Wait, ice is one of these. Okay, so never mind. You don't have to worry about the ordering too much. And this is Arctic. Yeah. So those are the plans we want to pick up anyways. In the meantime, we can get useful things on this, like drone networks. We'll see about that. The system is not the greatest, but I did want this Hyperion. So I went for it. We can move here. Let's just link up with this fleet accelerator. Wait, I can't. Oh, I forgot. I don't have enough command points. I thought that out so well. I was like, okay, let's do this and add this, and then like, yeah. Well, we can just send them here. This will actually be faster than if we send this here. So the fleet accelerator is actually doing something valuable for us. It's just not being as valuable as it could have been. I guess I want to send this ship up here. It'll be more helpful there sooner. Now we want to save up some Hyperion for this gravitonic research coming on top of turns. I also kind of want to get Xenotourism agencies. I guess getting the third ship is going to give us returns a bit slower, although it is important that we get up these new systems faster. In that case, let me edit the ship and just give it the best kind of engine so it can catch up with the other fleet. Yeah. So Vine ship here would give us... I think I can afford to delay this. Yeah. Actually, doing it this way is inefficient because I'm losing a turn of industry production. I'm not quite sure if I want to upgrade my system sooner. I mean, I can just go back to the original Dust Trick model. That's probably better. And then I can edit them to have better engines. So I can actually do this whole thing without having to worry about that. that was a lot of thinking for... okay, basically the thing is I can still get the same ship just by spending dust. I just need to give it different modules when I upgrade them. So here we can choose, what is the garrison first? Right. Let me find which fleet this is. Fleet on garrison first, transient embers. So this is a question, okay. So we don't really care that much about this. Now we can study this asteroid. Now we can destroy it. I think studying is better, if I remember correctly. Always study, kids. Get better rewards. Now, this is not giving us too much. This is a level 4. No. Weird. I think we have this curiosity thing. We should be getting level 3 curiosities already. Yeah, I'm not actually sure about why that's not working for us. I guess we can check. Just plant a guardian on this toxic planet. And we discovered nothing there. We should just keep scouting in this direction. Potentially, scouting was more important than uncovering those curiosities. But we already know who our neighbors are. We've already made peace with them.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, they're not mad at us or anything. They're just surprised. Sometimes the voice cues don't actually tell you what they mean. A good reason to pick up the Hyperion quickly is that we can accelerate these feats just a little bit. Okay, we got 10 bonus industry on colonies in Empire, which is nice. Or 15 rather. Now let's edit this Dust Trick ship design. And let's add a better engine. Yeah. This Hyperion production is really paying off for us. Right, for some reason I can't select. Okay, there. Now this will be a little bit faster. Get us where it needs to go slightly sooner, which is always nice. I guess I want to pick up xenotourism agencies because we have so many population units on planets with Jadonics. We're really going to get a lot of dust out of this, actually. That's basically all our population units, so it's a decent chunk of dust. And we do want to build up dust so we can eventually buy heroes. I don't want to wait for this to happen first, because once you buy out dust, or buy tons of heroes of dust, you're not really getting heroes from this gradual build-up anymore. But I do want a lot of governors soon, so wait. Did I forget to merge these ships? I did. That's pretty bad. Well, we're getting this in 4 turns, so whatever. So as you can see, the general strategy is basically just build up a bunch of vine ships if you can. Obviously, this is hugely dependent on getting a good industry start. Therefore, the fact that we had a good industry start is really helping us out here. I don't think this ferry ship will be quite nice if we pick up. Although these extra dust trick ships are going to be a bit faster than this, I think. No, it's actually not going to accelerate the fleet because it's just going to slow everything else down because it's kind of slow. So this ferry ship had one job, to just get this fleet here a bit faster. And it did that one job pretty well. I don't think we'll need more of it. Now here, can't actually simulate them. We're somehow getting even more approval of them. But we're just getting extra dust and science from these minor civilizations, which is very nice because our dust production is quite high despite not having intrinsically high dust. And our our science production is reasonably high because of that. Although, as I said, it's something I'd like to work on. Now, next turn we'll have enough Hyperium to pick up the science production, or science building. As you can see, we're quite a while off from building one of these wonders. It'll take us 9 turns to get it, so probably want to make sure our system is developed before then. Yeah. So now this is the part of the game where vines really start to shine, because getting this new system every 3 or so turns, also every like 6, 5, or 7 or so turns, and having that system immediately be developed is substantially better than outposts. It just means that you have to sort of put up with a relatively slow start. Like a lot of other factions would have a ton of outposts at this point. But when the vining does start working, it's really good. See, this is what I was talking about. If you force peace on any other factions, they're typically happy with you a while after because you're at peace and you're not being dicks to them, as opposed to just starting off. I mean, it doesn't work with every faction. Some factions get relatively aggressive, relatively quickly. Some factions are just immune to peace, like the Gravers. And I say immune because forcing peace is like a tactical advantage. It's a valuable thing to be doing, basically. We can just upgrade all of these fleets with bonus engines. And yeah, I think that should be quite good. If we're going to do that, we'll make sure that the Vine ship is upgraded. Yeah, this has 7 movement speed. And so does the Star Strict ship. So this ferry ship was kind of nice. We managed to get 1 faster trip out of it. Although now it's kind of outlived its usefulness. I can scrap the ship, just to make sure our dust upkeep is a bit lower. And I probably will. Because the problem is, it's not actually going to... Wait, is it actually going to accelerate our fleets? It's not going to accelerate our fleets if they have 7 movement speed on them, I think. I'll double check, but in the meantime, I'm probably going to scrap this in a couple turns. I just want to check that the interaction works the way I think it does. I think, even though it accelerates our fleet by 1, it will still be the slowest moving ship, so the acceleration will be cancelled out by the fact that the fleet has to take a slow ship with it. So here, we want to see what we can pick up. Have we picked up the Jadonics bonus? Yes, we have. So you know, industrial infrastructure is never a bad choice. I'm picking up wave function control. We can just pick this up sooner so we can start colonizing new planets in our system. I think I do want to do that. I'm not in a rush to get this out. I would like to have it, but it's not a huge rush. So in 3 turns we can start just getting these planets. Just so we can get the flat bonuses from them. 16 science each. It's not bad. And also then, once we have Xeno, for instance, it's going to give us 30 bonus science across those systems. Sorry about the New York Times. I'll remember to put that off at some point. Okay. Or I might remember. I'd be happy if that was like a channel meme. Let's keep moving forward with the ship. Okay, getting another population type in our empire. For only 80 influence is not a great reward, but yeah, what you're going to do. I think going like this is potentially a bit better, is it? No, it's actually a bit worse. Now we could even go for xenotourism here to improve our dust production. Might as well. I don't know how much drone network actually contributes. Cerebral reality might just be a bit better. I wouldn't mind having both of these. The flat bonuses are nice. And it's not like we're getting a ton of... It's not like we're getting a ton of food out of this anyway. We're getting as much food out of this. And then afterwards we can get xenotourism, I guess. Yeah. Now our main system, we've picked up Xeno. We're getting a decent amount of dust per turn. Cerebral reality and graviton shielded laboratories are things we want. Just the extra dust is kind of important to me at the moment. I want to go pick up this marketplace upgrade and impactless sites pretty soon. We don't have to worry about picking up more Jadonics, I don't think. As long as we make sure that all of our systems are level 2. Wait. I want to skip to this system. Alright, we're already there, never mind. Level 2, level 2, level 2, okay. So as long as we always have enough Jadonics to get our systems leveled up, that should be fine. Okay, we're getting this in 6 turns. Once we pick this up, we can upgrade the ships here. At the cost of some Hyperium. But fortunately we have Hyperium production. So that would just mean that our ships are a little bit faster. We're going to get a bit... When it does make a difference, it's going to mean like an extra turn off the colonization. So, wait, why is it not... Oh, I forgot to do something with this. Let's just send it that way, keep scouting that way. Ah, we found the Vodiani. Okay. It's not super important to find them, but it's sort of nice to know where they are. Okay, now we should pick up one of the anomalies to finally complete this stupid quest. I think we got the quest, didn't we? We found the... Okay, Eden Incense. This is some other... Never mind, I was just confused there, but... Getting bonus influence on this hero at this point is not a bad idea. The happiness bonuses are mediocre at best. Bonus influence for population of planets. And I'm actually not even sure which of these is better. Let's check how much the population has grown. I mean, the bonus per population of planets is actually more substantial in the long run. And I think we're just going to pick it up for that reason. I think it actually gives us just more than our hero currently does. Actually, level 6 hero just edges this out marginally, but yeah. I guess we can use this hero to improve our food and our influence production pretty nicely. Although rushing influence production is not a huge priority. After getting the sciences things, I want to get intensive cultivation. Yeah, we're still on a static, actually, doesn't matter. We can pick up this Arctic planet. Doesn't actually give us that much. A strong magnetic field is a big downside. So I don't want to pick that up until I have enough population that I sort of want to fill out extra population, even on the suboptimal planets. We can pick up this Denmark University in 11 turns. It gives us a fairly substantial bonus. Like, a bonus 2 FIDs per population on planet is pretty legit, although these things will be a bit better right now. So now I have to choose if we want to make ships with military power, generate industry. I think we're almost there, right? Or hoard dust. I've probably got a hoard dust. I mean, it's not that value. Ah, maybe there was a better rewards. I forgot to check. Alright. Now we have Gurkha online. Let's just send this fleet here. Oh, I forgot to upgrade them. Oh, never mind. It didn't actually matter in that case. They weren't going to get there any turns any bit sooner, so yeah. Now here I want to just vine through this first so I can assimilate this. Either by... yeah, I can assimilate them via influence points. I don't have to worry about doing their quest. Unless their quest is easy, in which case we're doing their quest. No, I don't actually need Xeno that much on the system. Yeah, I guess I'm getting a decent base output from just picking up the extra ash plants, so I'm just going to go for that. Like, each is going to give me 15, this is only going to give me 20 after I get those, so it's not the greatest thing ever. We even go for sustainable first, because we're getting 20 bonus food out of it, which might be more important than 20 bonus industry, to be honest. One of this weird circumstances where I might prefer one to the other. We can actually think about sending population units over to our new systems. And that way, the systems will be set up a bit faster. I think that's an interesting choice. Probably worth it. You can even send it onto this location. We're going to pick up these 2 colonizable planets. Again, Xeno is not that great on this system, but yeah, well, what are you going to do? There aren't really great food upgrades early in the game, I don't think. Like, this food upgrade requires you to already have good population amounts on planets, and this gives you like 10 per deposit, so it's not even that amazing. It's kind of why I undervalued food in Endless Legend. Let's merge these. Yeah, so this fleet accelerator actually doesn't do anything to just upgrade these ships. So it's kind of worthless at this moment. So I'm just going to sell it. We're not getting anything else out of it. It served its purpose. If it served a purpose, I think it did. I didn't do the math. Well, that experiment should probably tell you that fleet accelerators are not the best. Oh, we got an extra law slot. This is what this is telling us. We could get species stability. It is racist, so I don't like that. But 5 bonus dust per population is pretty big, actually. A little bit of bonus food is not bad, but I think I want the dust. I mean, I'm not playing this run to be a good guy. I'm playing to win. Yeah, I don't like the racist law though, because it's racist. Okay, fine. We got split-second ablatives, which gives us light class hulls. Wait, we got this, which gives us access to the coordinator ship. Well, that's great. That's a good ship. We also have the resources required to build it. So that's a valuable technology we got out of that, which would have taken like 6 turns basically, because these two are really similar. Yeah, and yeah, that's amazing. And we also got improved behemoths, if that was a thing we were into at this stage in the game, which we could be actually. So yeah, that was great. Now we have to choose between whether we stand for more peaceful methods or more aggressive methods, I guess, via fire. Now this is I think a pretty good gun. Let's just compare it with other guns. So here we get 38, and so at this point it'll probably be outclassed. Yeah, it is outclassed. So it's going to be a pretty good gun. This will be good if I felt I needed to defend against aggressive enemies. Like if I was close to Cravers, I'd be considering this quite a lot more. But I'm not thinking I'm going to be aggressive. I don't want to build fleets that are distracting me from doing economic stuff and doing pacifist stuff. So I think this stockpile should be... This is also way easier to do. And we get a renewal system. We get bonus influence per destroyed command point, which is not great, but you know, this is good for now, but it's not going to be great in the later game either. So I'm just going to choose the easier one because I don't foresee having to build fleets in the near future. Yeah. We have to extend our influence. Okay, obviously some other faction did this. It's pretty easy. And this quest has been completed. We haven't gotten any military upgrades, so it wasn't us. This is coming online in 3 turns. Is this level 2? Yeah, it is level 2. All of our systems are level 2. Really the power of having so much J-Donics in the early game. J-Donics is filthy. This is kind of the J-Donics. If this playthrough convinces you of anything, it's that J-Donics probably deserves a nerf. It's just, yeah, so powerful. Okay, here are some Vodiani ships. Just gonna keep exploring around here. The further we explore... Oh, who is this? How did I find their system? I have no idea. Did I send a random probe here? Are you friendly? Oh well. Lime green. Or is it that green? Oh well. We'll see in a couple of turns. So in 5 turns we'll have checked this out. In the meantime we can think about just setting up a new colony here. The Vodiani unfortunately leeching that, but we are peaceful with them, so as soon as we capture it, they will stop leeching, I think. I think they're only allowed to leech us if it's Cold War. Maybe they can continue to leech us, in which case we could just kindly ask them no. You know. Very nicely and kindly. Alright, we're starting to build up a significant... We gained extra population, that's nice. We gained extra dust, which is not terrible. We gained extra influence, which is again not terrible, but more exciting. Oh, they're the sovereign? Interesting. They might have brainwashed them. How are they the sovereign? I can't actually... How are they the sovereign? We got 100 points. This is bullshit. This is the one issue of the Unfallen that I have with the peaceful playstyle. You can't actually convert these systems without vines, meaning that it's just going to take us forever to reach these minor factions, right? I think I do want to go for the impactless sites. I might wait to pick up a hero, preferring to get the first hero from this first. That way we get more heroes without spending more dust, but... Oh! Okay, the Oregons are here. So we should either force peace or something. Yeah, I think we should force... Wait, no, not recording buggery. Force peace, by the way.
I do not trust your words.
Okay, cool. Like I said, if the faction is reasonably peaceful, then forcing peace is always good. Because they'll come to like you as time goes on. So You always want to force peace immediately. And yeah. So we have 2 factions we're at peace with. We're getting nice happiness bonus out of that. We could consider replacing toys for boys now. Because... Alright. We're getting impactless status in a couple of turns. The thing about toys, we can pick up make peace, not war, make love, not war. And since we have 2 pieces, we're getting as much happiness out of this at the, without actually losing the industry. But this is going to cost us more influence. The question is, do we want extra influence? And I think we can probably pass on that influence at the moment. We have enough. We don't really need influence for anything in the near future. So we're fine with that, I think. And we can always pick up extra influence upgrades or something. We're just waiting on these things to come together. I do want to upgrade these ships after this. I'm getting impactless sites because our dust production is at the point where we can pick up multiple heroes. Or we can at least think about picking up multiple heroes. I don't know how we get these points, by the way. Alright, here on Geminos. This is Arctic and Arctic. Neither of these planets are actually that great. Question is, do I want to colonize? I'm still under the threshold. The question is, do I want to just skip colonization and just worry about the threshold later, or do I want to colonize sooner and then just deal with the threshold when it happens? Because not... Oh, damn it, I forgot to upgrade them. Crap. Oh, it didn't matter here, did it? Oh, if it didn't matter, I'll be kicking myself about that. We do want to go through here to get to here, by the way, just pick up that new system. Although... The thing is, assimilating minor factions is not even that good with us, because we can just make a new colony or a new system. Yeah. The question is, do I want this new colony on Geminos? And I think the answer is yes, but kind of begrudgingly. Yeah, sorry, I skipped the nice intro. I could have maybe watched that. That might have been better. I'm gonna pick up this for extra food and industry. I guess we could pick up Xeno, but it's not actually doing that much for us in the system. Okay, everything is pretty normal here. Vines will come off in another 2 turns. And here we're getting intensive cultivation on this planet. We're already producing a ton of food on this system. Almost makes me want to send off more to systems which are quite small. Let's see if there are smaller systems close to us. Idris is reasonably small, and it's gonna be whoa, this is tiny. Alright. Idris is gonna be quite small for a while. Gurkha is also gonna remain small for a bit. We can just start sending populations off though. And that way we increase their populations at a little bit of expense of our main system's population growth, but our main system is growing so fast that, you know, it sort of spreads out the population growth a bit, which is a nice feature of these. It's a really nice feature of these level 2 spaceports you get. Well, the spaceports you get automatically for getting level 2. Question is, I probably want the optics research lab first before I pick this planet up. Can also pick up upgrades like and this research park and Denark University on our main system at some point. You can also think about making another fleet of vine ships, which will help us get these regions a lot faster. But I'm not sure if I want that necessarily. I might outstrip my potential for reducing expansion disapproval relatively quickly. Although if we make peace with a lot of different factions, we don't have to worry about that anyways. And we can also get this booster program or this culture on shock relatively quickly. The thing is, joining alliances is very powerful. I've talked about this before on the channel, obviously. But it's not something we have to do right away. This is one of those things where there's definitely a lot of different choices. It's not always super clear which is the best, but well, maybe there isn't really a clear best choice. I'm still confused as to why they're the sovereign. Did they brainwash these guys? Like, what happened? We're not my friends anymore. Well, the good thing is that the Vodiani are unlikely to snatch the system away from us. How good is the system even? Medium Tundra and Gas Giants. Gas Giants are not the worst. We can pick up Gas Giant exploitation technology very quickly. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Because it gives us access to those resources. As well. Like, sorry, I was just lost in thought thinking about antimatter because antimatter. Alright. So we're going to get some expansion disapproval soon. It's not actually going to hurt us too much, I don't think. We have species stability we have make love not war primarily, which is going to improve our happiness quite a lot. Still cramming and examining. I think there's not much that's better. I don't know if there's much that's better than this law, species stability, which is improving our dust production. Although we kind of want different kinds of populations in our empire for a bunch of our endgame perks. So I don't think we want to keep that up for very long, but it's fine for now. The next election is in 5 anyways. Alright. Let's go send the ship on its merry way. It looks like we've actually reached the end of what we can do in the system. I guess we can bounce the ship back here and try and get it over there, but more likely I'm just going to set it. Oh, I can look at some curiosities here. Maybe I can just map share with the Oregons. Nah, they're still surprised with me.
And watch carefully.
Where's the map sharing? Here it is. They share there.
I see.
Okay, what if you just share a map? No. What do you want? Science? No, they don't have. We don't have a science that they don't have. Makes sense. Makes sense. I don't really need this much titanium. Let's see if they'll accept that. No, don't enter it. Surely one map sharing though. Trade agreement? No, trade agreement is probably something they dislike for some reason. I do want to try and pick up antimatter and like other high tier strategics as soon as I can. The main reason I want to get map sharing here is because I want to see if I can see other empires faster and make friends with them. Get more bonuses for my happiness. Oh, my nefarious plan to make friends with people. How devious. Toxic, gas hot. Those are both fine. I don't even know if we need this. My happiness is ecstatic, so we're not getting much of his infinite supermarkets. Gravity shielded lab is not bad here. These 2 science upgrades are pretty solid. It's going to take us a while to pick them up though. These happiness upgrades are not really doing much for us because we're having an easy time keeping our happiness high. Thanks to being a democracy, and getting this bonus from peace. Both through our laws and through being Unfallen. Like 36 bonus to happiness is no joke. And we're really riding that quite well. So let's just pass the turn, and I think we're going to call it quits after that. Oh, I forgot about this quest. Oops. I thought I had achieved this for some reason. That was a significant error. Oh well. Not a big deal. If we're going to pursue that quest, I might want to... Right, I'm going to check. Yeah. So the species stabilities, although it does gain us a lot of dust, actually also costs us a decent amount of dust. Now we've just picked up... I believe we just picked up Impact List. I'm sorry, I'm being a bit sloppy here. I just picked up Impact List, but I haven't thought about buying heroes. I guess we'll wait another turn until we can unlock a new hero automatically. And we can also vine the system up, pick the system up there. Pick up a new colony here. You know, I think it has to be... Wait, this Boreal one is also pretty good. Which one is better? They're both pretty solid choices. I think I'm going to start on the Monsoon. Obviously pick up the Jade Onyx first, because it's amazing. And I'm going to think about what to do with my heroes, etc. in the start of the next session. Obviously this Make Love Not War is making it hard for me to pick up this quest, which I was so keen on. And which I thought I was going to get easily, but I forgot about picking that up sooner. Although delaying this quest is not the end of the world. So that's a small mistake, but you know, those things happen. Otherwise, I think we're doing really well at this point in the game. As you can see, these Vine ships are excellent at just expanding our control of this section of the galaxy. Just these Vine ships will relatively quickly be able to vine up these locations, just get us a lot of new outposts in this region. And this Vine ship will bridge us into this area, I think. And then we can start putting influence pressure on our neighbors, which will help us in the long run. Particularly using this technology, cultural flexibility, which lets us use influence pressure and influence points to buy out other systems of our neighbors, and also just naturally building up influence pressure, so we can make demands of them. This bar represents influence pressure, and the main way of getting it is actually spreading your influence zone over theirs. Puts a ton of influence pressure, and if we spread our vines over their systems, that will add a lot of influence pressure, or will help them out if we're allies. So, I think the start is good. We started well economically. We have friendly neighbors, or neighbors that are not aggressive factions. Like this is the Cravens. Like, oh my god. But neither of these factions is very threatening or very likely to be hostile. So, with that good start for the Tree Boys, we'll be coming back next time and continuing from the spot. So thanks again for joining me. I hope you learned something and had fun, and I'll see you in the next episode.